everybody, it's Andy from the SA Survival, and today I'm just going to do a bit of maintenance on the trailer. What I'm going to do is get it ready for some overland trips that we're going to do prior to going to Alaska. What I want to do is remove the wheel bolts, especially on this right side, because I have a 1/4 inch spacer, because the way the Tibram suspension is installed on this trailer, the tires that were installed previously were rubbing on the inside. I skinned the tires down, but over certain circumstances with the rebound and compression of the suspension, the wheel still touches every now and then slightly to the body. So I added a 1/4 inch spacer, but that 1/4 inch has taken away some of the threads. So the problem I have is I don't want to replace the bolts currently. What I want to do is drive it with the threads the way they are. I'm going to put some blue Loctite on there to hopefully counteract the bolts from coming loose on rough roads, and then I'm going to paint a line a bit like those arrows that you get on semi-trucks, and then at least I can do a quick eye observation on the wheels bolts, rotational to the stud, and see if they've moved. Hopefully they haven't, and then we're good to go. But if I see anything slightly move, I can bring out the bar and test them on the road, at least tighten them up, so save us losing the wheel nuts. What I'm also going to do is order 4 more, or go and purchase 4 more wheel nuts. I have 2 on the spare, but that's all I have as way of studs. I could take, as they're a 5-bolt pattern, 1 from each side and 1 from there. That would give me 3 if I lost some nuts, but I just want to be prepared, you know. The plan is either to go along the Dalton or the Dempster Highway to the top of the North America and go and see the Arctic Ocean. 1,000 kilometers roughly on both tracks on gravel road. So that's the last thing I want, is to lose a wheel. Come with us and let's do some maintenance on the trailer. So I'm just going to release some of the excess. I've already loosened them off to a point, but we only need to remove one of these at a time. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some blue thread lock to the threads and reinstall. Don't forget, always start your bolts finger tight. And go in a diagonal pattern. I mean, you will tighten them with a bar at the end. And blue thread lock is not as dangerous as green, or I believe red. This is a bit weaker, so you'll be able to get it off if you need to. This is not something that I would recommend doing to any wheel bolts. I'm purely doing it because of the roads that we're going to be traveling on. And I know there's going to be some criticisms about it, but realistically, there's not a lot that we can do other than maintain it this way. I would like to have used a white marker across the studs, but I've got this green paint which matches the trailer, and I'm going to use this as my marker. And this is also going to be tested prior to us going on the road to Alaska. So we will be doing some trips locally, and that will give me a good indication of if it works or not. As you can see by the thread depth difference here, there is a lot less because of that 1/4 inch plate from the other side. And that is why these are going to get thread locked. The other side is not. As you can see here, the threads are quite a bit more exposed. I have not got a spacer on this side, so I am not going to take these off and thread lock them. What I will do though is make sure that they are tight. Which they are, and then I'm going to paint these ones as well. On this side I have already done the painting. I rechecked the torque on the nuts, and you can see here that the thread is way more exposed, as I do not have a 1/4 inch spacer on this wheel. So retorqued the wheel and painted the bolts with this green paint, so hopefully I'll be able to identify if any of these nuts come loose on our trip. That was just a quick maintenance tip for the trailer prior to going on your trips. We're going to check this out over the next couple of weeks and come back and establish if anything came loose on any of the travels that we were on. Hope you found this helpful and helps you understand a little bit more on keeping some eyeballs on your maintenance as you travel. Thanks very much. We'll see you on the next small tips and maintenance tricks. Survive to be alive.